A brief outline of the constituents of the 7 canonical Abhidhamma books will provide some insight into the plethora of textual material to be condensed and summarized by the Abhidhammatha Sangaha. The first book, the Dhamma Sanghani, is the fountainhead of the entire system. The title may be translated Enumeration of Phenomena, and the work does in fact undertake to compile an exhaustive catalogue of the ultimate constituents of existence. Opening with the Matika, the schedule of categories which serves as the framework for the whole Abhidhamma, the text proper is divided into 4 chapters. The first, States of Consciousness, takes up about half of the book and unfolds as the analysis of the first triad in the Matika, that of the wholesome, the unwholesome, and the indeterminate. To supply that analysis, the text enumerates 121 types of consciousness, classified by way of their ethical quality. Each type of consciousness is in turn dissected into its concomitant mental factors, which are individually defined in full. The second chapter on matter continues the inquiry into the ethically indeterminate by enumerating and classifying the different types of material phenomena. The third chapter, called the Summary, offers concise explanations of all terms in the Abhidhamma matrix and the Suttanta matrix as well. Finally, a concluding synopsis provides a more condensed explanation of the Abhidhamma matrix but omits the Suttanta matrix. The Vibhanga, the book of analysis, consists of 18 chapters, each a self-contained dissertation dealing in turn with the following: aggregates, sense bases, elements, truths, faculties, dependent arising, foundations of mindfulness, supreme efforts, means to accomplishment, factors of enlightenment, the Eightfold Path, jhanas, illimitables, training rules, analytical knowledges, kinds of knowledge, minor points, a numerical inventory of defilements, and the heart of the doctrine, the Dhamma Hadaya, Dhamma Hadaya, a psycho-cosmic topography of the Buddhist universe. Most of the chapters in the Vibhanga, though not all, involve 3 subsections: an analysis according to the methodology of suttas, an analysis according to the methodology of Abhidhamma proper, and an interrogation section which applies the categories of the matrix to the subject under investigation. The Dhatu Katha, discourse on elements, is written entirely in catechism form. It discusses all phenomena with reference to the 3 schemata of aggregates, sense bases, and elements, seeking to determine whether and to what extent they are included or not included in them, and whether they are associated with them or dissociate from them. The Puggala Pannati, concepts of individuals, is the one book of the Abhidhamma Pitaka that is more akin to the method of the suttas than to the Abhidhamma proper. The work begins with a general enumeration of types of concepts, and this suggests that it was originally intended as a supplement to the other books in order to take account of the conceptual realities excluded by the strict application of the Abhidhamma method. The bulk of the work provides formal definitions of different types of individuals. It has 10 chapters. The first deals with single types of individuals, the second with pairs, the third with groups of 3, etc. The Kathavattu Points of Controversy is a polemical treatise ascribed to the elder Moggali Buddha. He is said to have compiled it during the time of Emperor Asoka, 218 years after the Buddha's Parinibbana, in order to refute the heterodox opinions of the Buddhist schools outside the Theravadian fold. The commentaries defend its inclusion in the canon by holding that the Buddha himself, foreseeing the errors that would arise, laid down the outline of rebuttal, which Moggali Buddha merely filled in according to the master's intention. The Yamaka, the Book of Pairs, has the purpose of resolving ambiguities and defining the precise usage of technical terms. It is so called owing to its method of treatment, which throughout employs the dual grouping of a question and its converse formulation. For instance, the first pair of questions in the first chapter runs thus. Are all wholesome phenomena wholesome roots? And are all wholesome roots wholesome phenomena? The book contains 10 chapters. Roots, aggregates, sense bases, elements, truths, formations, latent dispositions, consciousness, phenomena and faculties. The Patthana, the book of conditional relations, is probably the most important work of the Abhidhamma Pitaka and thus is traditionally designated the great treatise, Mahapakarana, gigantic in extent as well as in substance. The book comprises 5 volumes totaling 2,500 pages in the Burmese script, 6th Council edition. The purpose of the Patthana is to apply its scheme of 24 conditional relations to all the phenomena incorporated in the Abhidhamma matrix. The main body of the work has 4 great divisions: origination according to the positive method, according to the negative method, according to the positive negative method, and according to the negative positive method. Each of these in turn has 6 subdivisions: origination of triads, of dyads and triads combined, of triads and dyads combined, of triads and dyads combined, and of dyads and dyads combined. Within this pattern of 24 sections, the 24 modes of conditionality are applied in due order to all the phenomena of existence in all their conceivable permutations. Despite its dry and tabular format, even from a profane humanistic viewpoint, the Patthana can easily qualify as one of the truly monumental products of the human mind, astounding in its breadth of vision, its rigorous consistency, and its painstaking attention to detail. To Theravada orthodoxy, it is the most eloquent testimony to the Buddha's unimpeded knowledge of omniscience.